Okay, so this is just a little mini review for what we did on Thursday in finding slope from a graph. This is section 4.2. This is our second learning target. So when we find slope from a graph, we talked about some things. I'm going to put some notes over here. We have to count. And what we're counting is our rise, how much we go up or down, and we put that number over our run. That's how much we go left or right. Our rule is we always start with the point on the left. Whether it's on the top or the bottom, it doesn't matter. So we start point on left. That will help us find the rise first. Remember, if we go up, it's a positive slope. If we go down, it's a negative slope. And then we also, on our note sheet, we found that we have two other types of slope where you can't count, and that would be a zero or undefined. So you can look back at your target sheet for those. But remember, a horizontal line, it just goes this way, that's a zero slope. And then if we have a straight vertical line, that's called undefined. There's no way to count these. You just have to memorize that part. But I'm going to show you how we actually count when you're given 2 points on a graph. So, like I had said, we start with the point on the left. Our left is here, our right is there. This point happens to be farthest to the left, so I'm going to start here by going up or down. And this is going to tell me if my slope is positive or negative. So this number is going to go on the top. That's our rise, and then we're going to do our run, which is left or right. So from here, I count how many boxes I go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I went up 8, so I'm going to put that rise number on our top. When we go up, it's a positive, which means the slope has to be positive. From here, I'm going to count how many do I run. So I'm going where I left off. 1, 2, 3. I went over 3. I put the run on the bottom. And as long as this can't be simplified, that's my slope. My slope is 8 over 3. And we write that as m equals 8 over 3. Remember, m stands for slope. Let's do another example. All right, again, I'm starting with the point that's farthest to the left. This is the left, this is the right. This point here happens to be farthest to the left, so I start here. So from here to get to the second point for my rise, I actually have to go down. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put it down here, I went down 3, so that's a negative 3. Remember, if you go down, it's a negative. And then I'm going to count how many do I go over. 1, 2. Sorry, I'm going to make that a different color. 1, 2. That's the run number. I went over 2. So that is my slope. M equals negative 3 over 2. We're just counting by using the triangle method. How do we get from one point to the other? So I'm going to do the last 2. Again, I'm going to start at the point that's farthest to the left. This is the left, this is the right. So the one closest is this one here, right? I'm circling it in black. I have to start here, so I go up 1, 2, 3, 4. My top number, my rise is 4. That's how much I went up. You don't have to put the arrows, I'm just putting them there just so you can see. I'm going to leave it off because this time I'm keeping it as a fraction. And then I'm going to now count how many do I run. That's the bottom number. So I have to run 1, 2, 3 to get to my next point. So my slope, or my m, is 4 over 3. It's positive because I went up and then I went over. So again, very simple. We're just counting rise over run. The rise number goes in the top. The run number goes in the bottom. The rise can go up and down. If it goes down, it's negative. If we go up, it's positive. So let's look at this last one. Again, left and right. I start at the point closest to the left. That's this one. I colored it in green. It's the one closer to the left. So I make my triangle. Again, I'm going to see how many I rise, which this time I'm going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went down 5, so it's a -5. When you go down, it's a negative. That's how you can tell the difference between a positive and negative slope. And then I do my run. I'm going to count how many do I go over. 1, 2, 3, and I went over 3. Sorry, it's cutting out a little. That's my slope. So -5 over 3, that's what my slope equals. And that's how we count slope from a graph. So use this if you're forgetting how to do it, or if you need a little bit of extra help. But again, we're just counting.